And namaste everybody, Bruce here from rootsoflife.org. In this video, I'm going to guide you through a self-healing practice utilizing the generalized hand positions found in most lineages of Reiki. And before we jump into the self-healing practice here today, I want to say that this practice is open to anybody, right? We can all utilize the power of Reiki and its healing capabilities because Reiki is universal energy and it permeates all things. So it doesn't matter if you've studied it or not, if you've been attuned to it or not, it's open to everybody. One thing that I talk about in my teachings and my trainings all the time is how we instinctively perform Reiki on ourselves. Think about it. If you sprain your ankle, for instance, what do? You most likely will bring your hands right down to the ankle and hold the ankle. Probably close your eyes and probably try to slow your breathing and exhale, maybe some signs of pain, some, ooh, that really hurts or whatever, but you're letting go of this ability to hold on to that pain. You're actually expressing it and letting it out. This is part of Reiki. This is part of the healing experience. Much the same for pregnant women when they place their hands over the womb and just reside with their hands on the womb, closing the eyes and making kind of an energetic or a nonverbal communication with the fetus. This is Reiki, right? But my job is also teaching people Reiki. So you might be wondering, like, why would I start this video off with that indication that everybody can do Reiki? Because what I teach is how do you move on your path of healing? It's a dynamic path. It's full of resistances and symbolism and metaphors and internal and external experiences and symbols and mythology of Reiki. And there's so many layers to understand within the practice of Reiki. And so in diving into all of those, we're able to further the development of this very practice. And we're able to take that further inside so that we can release more resistance and we can heal that much deeper, that much quicker, right? So there's a very beautiful lineage and a huge amount to understand and learn and to dive into and to unpack and explore and internalize, importantly, in your learning and your understanding and your initial practices of Reiki. And that's what I teach in my classes at rootsoflife.org. But here in this guided session, I want you to maybe just feel how Reiki feels. We can all do this. And so I invite you to get comfortable. Just maybe pause the video and find a comfortable seated position. Maybe on a yoga mat or on a meditation cushion or even on the couch. If you're seated on a couch or a chair, just have your feet firmly on the ground and keep your back nice and straight. All right, let's jump into it. What we're going to do to begin is a meditation called Gassho. So we're going to bring our hands together to prayer, but notice that I'm leaving a little space. You allow the thumbs to touch the heart center. So just the thumbs here are contacting the sternum. Breathing through the nose. And here now we bring our awareness between the hands. Now, if you've never heard of Reiki or you maybe are new to energy healing or to the idea of energy in general, or maybe even new to the idea of meditation, what do I mean by bringing the awareness to the hands and into the inside there of the palms? What I mean is anything that you can feel taking place between the hands. So if that's heat, if it's tingling, if it's pressure, if it's perspiration on the skin, perhaps it's chills coming down the arms and into the palms or a tingling sensation. Whatever the experience here that you have, focus on that. And notice how everything else just kind of shuts down and becomes quiet, right? So hands to prayer, to Gassho, thumbs touching the sternum, and we breathe through the nose, and we'll just sit here in silence for about a minute. All attention and awareness going between the palms. Allowing the breath to just become more relaxed. Maybe the inhale and the exhale are becoming a little bit longer. And let the mind and the body begin to quiet down. If it's difficult for you to cultivate a quiet mind, just keep your awareness between the palms. And if that's difficult, then make like a laser focus on whatever it is you feel. So if that's heat, then really try to feel that heat, really focus on it. In this guided session here today, I'm not going to be using a timer on each one of the hand placements. So just follow my voice as I guide you with the generalized hand placements of the practice of Usui Reiki Ryoho, the hands-on healing method that was first brought to us by Usui Sensei. And I invite you to keep your eyes closed during the session and just listen to my voice, but more importantly, just remain aware of the sensation of the part of the body where the hands are placed. And so we begin by bringing the hands over the eyes. The center of the palm should be facing over the pupil, and there should be a little cup or a little space. The palm's not pressing directly onto the eye. It should be like a little tent above the eyes. Bring your awareness here to the sensation on the eye itself. Breathing through the nose throughout the entire session here. And just allowing the mind and the body to relax. And the focus staying on the area that the hands are currently over. So for here, still maintaining focus on the way that the eyes feel and let them relax. Sliding the hands now to the temples, to the side of the head. Awareness now onto the sensation or the feeling in the temples. Bringing all your attention just to the temples here. Now for the next hand placement, slide the left hand to the back of the skull and bring the right hand onto the crown of the head. Awareness here on the crown of the head or perhaps the entirety of the skull. Sliding both hands now to the neck, placing them around the throat or around the sides of the neck, whatever is more comfortable for you. And the awareness moving into the throat. I like to keep my fingertips just touching the sides of the neck, the base of or the butt of the hands, the palms, touching, but the center of the palms not resting on the throat. So it's as if there's a little space just below the center of the throat. Bringing all the awareness now into the throat. If any hand placements here are bringing a enhanced sensation, maybe a tightness in the throat, for instance, because the hands are here on the throat, or a feeling of a pain or a twitch or anything wherever we place the hands, I would invite you to just pause the video and keep your hands there. Just sit with that sensation and notice that it starts to drop. This is the healing process in action. And I'm mentioning that here on the throat because this is quite a sensitive hand placement for a lot of people. So you might be feeling that here. Tightness in the throat or like a lump in the throat. And if that's the case, then just simply stay here with your hands. Just pause the video and remain here as long as you wish. And you'll notice that the sensation that you're feeling will start to dissipate. Could take a minute or 5 minutes or whatever it takes. And that advice is standard for all the hand placements. So if you feel that on any other hand placements, then again, I would invite you to just pause the video and stay there. Well, we move now, sliding the hands down over the center of the chest onto the heart. All awareness into the heart here. Sliding the hands down to just below the xiphoid process, the base of the sternum, the center of the torso here, the solar plexus area. For me, it's as if I'm holding the kind of lower ribs. So awareness now into the center of the torso. Now sliding the hands over to the left side of the center of the torso to hold the stomach. So just on the left lower ribs. And now sliding the hands over to the liver. So my right hand, if your eyes are still closed, my right hand is on the side of my torso, and my left hand is just on the reaches of the lower rib cage here now. Bring the left hand now down to the navel and place the right hand on top of the left with the thumbs touching. So if this is new to you, you can open your eyes. My hands are like this, just over the navel. Into the focus point in many ways of the practice of self-healing, the dantian or the sacral chakra, the hara. Without getting into too many specifics here, just bring the awareness into the lower belly. And we'll just stay here in silence and allow this experience to come forward in your own way. What I mean by that is just witness the energy might be moving up the spine. You might feel it throughout the body. Just allow that to happen. If visions come, just allow them to happen. And now we bring the hands back to prayer at heart center, but now leaving a gap, a couple inches or 4 to 5 centimeters between the palms. And now here it's just a moment to feel the difference in your mind and your body. That could be the awareness in the space between the palms has changed, or a sensation has relaxed or the body feels more fluid, less stressed. Just whatever your experience is, just pay attention to the change that this abbreviated hands-on healing session has brought in your life and your body. And we close the hands to prayer at heart center and opening the eyes and coming on back. Hope you've enjoyed this self-healing guided Reiki treatment today. Let me know in the comments how you found it. And as always, I do appreciate any support here on YouTube with your like and subscription to my channel. Be well, everybody. In Gassho to all, and see you in the next videos.